Chicago Tribune chief political reporter Rick Pearson. Rick, thanks for checking in here. Another elected official under fire here. What is it about this situation here that makes it so ripe for this sort of alleged crime?
You know, it's always seems like it's the money factor, and that these politicians tend to believe that they can beat the law. I mean, this is the ninth member of the Illinois General Assembly to be charged with federal crimes in recent years. And in fact, Martin Sandoval was the late Martin Sandoval. He died of COVID before he served his sentence. He was the head of the powerful Senate Transportation Committee, which is where much of this safe speed red light camera probe of the feds really began. And in fact, some of the counts here against Emil Jones III deal with questions that the FBI asked him at the same time they were raiding Martin Sandoval's office for documents to charge him with.
So Jones was on that committee too. Do we know here, and I might be getting in the weeds, was this a one-time payment? What is the accusation, that it was a system of payments that went on for a while?
Well, according to the charges, Jones had sponsored legislation for a statewide study of the effectiveness of these red light cameras. And the Safe Speed allegedly wanted that legislation changed so it only affected the city of Chicago, not the suburbs. And that's where most of Safe Speed's business was done, was in dozens of suburban communities, making them millions of dollars off those fines. It was supposed to be a $5,000 payment that Jones said they could sponsor an event, as well as he wanted a unnamed individual hired on the side, and that if they sponsored an event, they wouldn't have to report it for campaign finance laws. Well, that's also one of the charges here, is that, yeah, that would have to be reported.
The company says this was a rogue employee, a high-up leader at the beginning of the foundation of this company. What else do you think will be the fallout for Safe Speed going forward?
Well, I mean, the employee, the founder, he has been cooperating with the federal government, and that's where we've seen these kind of other indictments trailing off of the Sandoval case, coming into more of the local municipalities, the mayor of Oak Brook Terrace, the mayor of Crestwood. So there could certainly be more down the line. As I said, you know, we all know that there's been that debate about whether these cameras are up for safety or are they up for municipalities to make money. And obviously, there's some lucrative money to be made here when you have these kind of side deals for payoffs that are what the feds base all of these cases on.
Seems like a lot more to come here. Tribune chief political reporter Rick Pearson, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Ray.
All right, take care.